ประเทศไทยกันเลยทีเดียวนะครับมีการแข่งขันนะครับทั้งหมด16ทีมชั้นนำจากทั่วโลกครับและไฮไลท์สำคัญเลยนะครับก็คือ2ทีมจากประเทศไทยครับ1ทีมคือทีมชลบุรีครับที่จะลงทำการแข่งขันในรอบควอลิฟายครับ2เกมแรกในช่วงเช้านี้ครับและในช่วงเย็นนะครับจะเป็นทีมชาติไทยประเภททีมหญิงครับที่ตอนนี้เนี่ยกำลังลุ้นพื้นที่ในการเข้าแข่งขันในการแข่งขันโอลิมปิกปี 2028 ด้วยครับนั่นหมายความว่าวันนี้ครับไฮไลท์สำคัญอยู่ที่ตัวแทนจากทีมชาติไทยของเราทั้ง2ทีมครับสามารถติดตามชมได้ตั้งแต่ช่วงเช้าจนถึงช่วงเย็นกันเลยทีเดียวนะครับและไฮไลท์ที่มากกว่านั้นครับในการแข่งขัน16ทีมในการเข้าแข่งขันในครั้งนี้ครับมีทั้งทีมอุลันบาตาอเมซอนนะครับที่เป็นฟีบ้าแรงกิ้งอันดับต้นๆของโลกเลยทีเดียวครับสัปดาห์ก่อนหน้านี้ครับเขารั้งอยู่ในอันดับที่1ของตารางแรงกิ้งฟีบ้าครับในรายการนี้นะครับอยู่ในอันดับที่1ของรายการเลยด้วยนะครับนั่นหมายความว่าการแข่งขันในเกมการแข่งขันที่สนุกสุดมันที่จะเกิดขึ้นในวันนี้ทั้งหมดครับเราจะได้รับชมกันอย่างสนุกสุดมันแน่นอนและที่สำคัญเลยนะครับกองเชียร์นะครับที่รับชมอยู่ทางบ้านในตอนนี้นะครับสามารถเดินทางมาได้นะครับที่เดอะสเฟียร์จตุจักรนะครับเป็นโดมติดแอร์เย็นสบายเลยนะครับสามารถเดินทางมาได้เลยที่จอดรถสะดวกสบายมากด้านในมีพื้นที่รับความจุผู้ชมได้หลายคนเลยทีเดียวนะครับสามารถกลับมารับชมกันได้ที่นี่เลยเดี๋ยวเรามาซาวเสียงในสนามกันหน่อยที่ว่าวันนี้มีคนมาเชียร์ทีมชาติไทยกันบ้างหรือเปล่ากองเชียร์ทีมชาติไทยส่งเสียงหน่อยนี่เรามีกองเชียร์อยู่บางส่วนแล้วนะครับตอนนี้ที่มาในสนามได้นะครับส่วนคู่แรกที่ทำการแข่งขันนะครับจะเป็นโปแลนด์พบกับโครเอเชียนะครับที่จะทำการแข่งขันในคู่แรกในรอบควอลิฟายในช่วงเช้านะครับเราจะเริ่มต้นการแข่งขันคู่แรกในเวลา 11 นาฬิกาตรงยิงยาวในช่วงควอลิฟายจนจบครึ่งเช้าครับหลังจากนั้นในครึ่งบ่ายจะเป็นรอบเมนดรอนั่นหมายความว่าเป็นรอบสำคัญแล้วครับทีมที่ชนะในรอบควอลิฟายนะครับสายละ1ทีมเท่านั้นนะครับที่จะสามารถผ่านเข้าสู่รอบเมนดอร์ไปได้นะครับการแข่งขันนะครับวันนี้ต้องบอกว่าจะมันหรือไม่มันอยู่ที่กองเชียร์พวกเราเนี่ยแหละครับเราจะสามารถบิวอัพทุกทีมให้มีการแข่งขันที่สนุกสุดมันได้มากขึ้นฝากกองเชียร์ทางบ้านครับช่วยกดไลค์กดแชร์นะครับแล้วก็ในสนามครับช่วยกันส่งเสียงเชียร์กันดังๆเลยนะครับส่วนกติกาการแข่งขันนะครับของรายการนี้เป็นอย่างไรเชิญรับชมกันได้เลยนะครับ
Yo, what's good? My name is Kyle Montgomery, aka the voice of 3x3. And if for some reason you still don't know the rules of 3x3, it is time to tap in. Class is officially in session. So on our half court, you got two teams of 3 players with 1 additional substitute on the bench. Hey, what's up, sub? Can I check in? In 3x3, even the ball is different. This is the official Wilson right here. Trust me, it's groovy, baby. This game is pedal to the metal. 10-minute game clocks, just 12-second shot clocks, and a 1st to 21 scoring format for the win. If a team doesn't score 21 points, all they have to do is outscore their opponent within 10 minutes. And you know we keep it street. In this game, we score by 1s and 2s. Anything inside the arc is worth 1. Anything outside of the arc is worth 2. Still got it. And this game is all gas, no brakes. Literally, after the opening check ball, play is continuous. Make or miss, offense turns to defense just like that. This 10-minute sprint is just getting started. We'll see you at the top.
Good morning, basketball fans, and welcome to Bangkok, Thailand for another stop on the FIBA 3x3 Women's Series. The stage is set for the 22nd stop of the season, and before we get to the main draw, we've got to settle one very important question. Who gets in? It's qualifying draw time with 6 teams on the slate battling for the 2 slots available to advance to the main draw and play with the big girls, with the first game of the day taking place between Poland and Croatia. We got hungry teams looking to crash the party, some established programs trying to protect their place among the elite, and with only a limited number of tickets into the main draw, expect this to be fast, physical, and fiercely competitive. Bangkok is the latest stop on the road to the Project Red Wings Shanghai final, and with just 2 stops remaining after this, we can expect 3x3 cinema over the next 2 days. And let's get this show on the road. Let's get onto the floor for the team introductions.
Please welcome Team Poland! Number 3, Adana Molovic. Number 0, Alexander Shamboska. Number 4, Anna Pavlovska. And number 17, Martina Yasilevich. This team is Poland. And now, please welcome Team Croatia. Number 10, Adriana Swiskovic. Number 4, Gabriela Grisesh. Number 22, Leia Miletish. And number 99, Victoria Zurich. This team is Croatia.
All right, so that's going to be Team Croatia, still considered an emerging team, coming in as a number 15 seed, getting ready to take on Poland, who entered this stop as a number 11 seed. They started off the season in Chengdu, finishing 3rd, and haven't really been able to get back to those heights for the rest of the season. They've had good attendance this 2026 year in the circuit, but have fallen short in pool play a lot of the times. Let's see if they can get into the main draw here. They are in Pool A and will be joined by Croatia as well as Brazil. So competitive pool there. Brazil looking in fine form this season. So that's probably going to be their toughest competitor in qualifying draw pool play. Later on, we'll talk about who's repping Pool B. But first, let's handle Pool A. Game is about to get underway. In case you don't know, I'm Silale Shani, aka the Golden Voice, and I will be here with you over the next 2 days. You're on our YouTube page. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. Make sure you don't miss any of the 3x3 action. I can't believe that we're already at the tail end of the 2026 season. Time flies when you're having fun. And let me tell you, this season has flown right by. That's the whistle, and here we go. Poland with the ball first. It's always interesting to see how teams adjust in the first game of the day, first action. They're coming out of the blocks hot. Do they need time to warm up? Or do they need a morning coffee like me? Croatia the kick out. Militic off the mark. Polska looking to set something up here. We got the long range attempt from Morawick. That won't go. Poland not a team to typically play games at a frantic pace. They'll slow things down, force contested shots, grind out the possessions. That's what we can expect to see here. Good take from Zaborska, and she will be the one to get this party started for Poland. Poland now trying to set something up. The Hezi, the kick out to Morawick for the finish. That one's gonna go. Clearly, she had her breakfast of champions. It's a good start for Poland, who've taken off with a 3-point lead here against Croatia. Looking at Croatia's performance in the women's series this season, they've been able to get into the main draw twice at Cáceres and then again at the Amsterdam Stop. Are they able to get it done here with a competitive pool ahead of them? Main draw action kicks off at 3 p.m. local time. That is UTC +7. So we've got to make sure you know how to keep track of these games. Zaborska ejected at the summit. Access denied. Militic now front irons it. Won't fly. Zaborska misses everything. You can see Poland are very calculated with their movements. They're one of the best transition teams. Clear the ball quickly and attack before the defense recovers. Sometimes that quickness gets the better of them. So empty possession that time. Nice find, but right into the hands. She thought that Pavlovska was her teammate. Turnover for Croatia, who have not been able to get up on the board yet. Just over 2 minutes gone here. Little shimmy shake from Zaborska. Couldn't get it off on time. Kuric to Grizelj. A travel violation on Grizelj. So a slow start here for Croatia. Not been able to quite get their rhythm going. But once they do, they tend to be quite dangerous. Morawick from downtown, that won't go either. Poland taking advantage here. The steal, the step back two, rims out, and it will be cleared by Kuric. Offensive foul on the screen there. Mark will start something up here for Poland. Let's see if she get the engines fired. Yes. Gets the mid-range shot to go. I think that knee brace is her secret weapon. But right now, she is leading Poland in scoring with 3 points. Very shifty player. And she will get things started here for Poland. Now up by 4. Tough take, gets it to go. Dona Morowick, she's got the hot hand right now for Poland. See if they can make that read and make sure they get the Wilson to her as much as possible. Szymborska now on the attack. Euro step up and under. $100 move, 1 cent finish. We'll see her again. And that time, Guzelj with the runner. And finally, Croatia up on the scoreboard. Morowick trying to go for back-to-back field goals. Poland with another chance here. Defensive foul called on Croatia this time, as we have a timeout on the floor. Croatia, they have not been able to get things going here for their squad. Let's see if they can work things out here in the timeout. Pavlovska on the attack, spinning. The shovel pass to Szymborska. Empty possession for Poland and for Croatia. We are inside for this Bangkok stop. Weather has been tricky. We had some rainfall today, so playing outside was not going to be an option. But it is humid, 76% humidity, so you can see that despite it not being a very fast-paced game, the ladies already sweating. According to my research, Bangkok is the world's hottest city by mean average, so it gets toasty here. Got a bit of a breeze, but it is very humid. Croatia going to work. Nice finish from Kuric. Morowick now going back to work. She is delivering everything on the menu from the mid-range game for shots from distance. Right now, starting to chase down Poland. This Croatian side, they've managed to get up on the board, just 3 points away. Hezi, the extra pass, no good. Morowick unable to convert. Got him out of bounds. Guzelj to get things started here for Croatia. Guzelj gets it back. Her team wants her to get into action. It's good defensive stop from Szymborska, who will clear. Get the Wilson into the hands of Morowick. Back down. Got a foul on the play. Alexander Szymborska can be a leading scorer for her squad once she gets going, but right now it's Morowick who has been carrying the offensive load, who now has 5 points. Guzelj on the attack. Can get that one a drop. She'll have another chance later. Szymborska going to work on Milicic. She's got the experience, the consistency, and she just smooth with it. Guzelj now draws the defense, gets her teammate involved. Milicic for the finish. Still a 3-point lead for Poland, however. Croatia now starting to come alive. Looks like they've broken the ice here, starting to thaw out. Croatia with another opportunity here. Into Milicic, she'll go to work and clock out with a bucket. Pawlowska, drive won't go. We got another chance here, Poland, and they've been doing a good job getting steals. Where they have struggled a little bit is converting their possessions. Give and go, the foul called by Poland as Chitkovic is trying to get the long pass in the paint. We are ready at our second TV timeout. It's a 2-point game here. Let's take a look at that action. Pawlowska was beat, forced to foul. So Croatia will get the possession coming out of this timeout. Free throw here for Croatia's Chitkovic. Croatia is a tall team, by the way, which is why I'm a bit surprised they've not really been working on their post players. That time, the lob, Szymborska able to deflect, and then they're going to call the 3-second violation on Chitkovic, who is 190 centimeters. That's about what, 6'3"? Militic also 6'3". Kuric standing at about 6'1", it looks like. Croatia not quite playing to their strengths in this matchup against Szymborska and the Poland team. As it stands right now, 2-point game. Guzelj to check up top. Hand off Militic. She's got some handle on her. Time you see a forward that big able to handle the ball like that. Truly impressed. At this age in basketball, you expect that from forwards. You expect them to be able to shoot the 2-ball and handle it. Traditional post player is not still there. Pawlowska on the attack. Kicks it out for the baseline. Jay, that won't go. Shot was a bit flat. Then the save from Croatia straight into the waiting hands of Szymborska. It's a tied game. Pawlowska chases down the ball, then goes out of bounds. And Guzelj will help her up with 2 minutes and 29 seconds on the clock. It's a tied game here. Croatia managed to climb their way back up and even the score. Militic with the finish. Now for the first time in this game, Croatia with the lead. Pawlowska, kick out for the 2. Yes! The deuce has been delivered by none other than Jesuluvic. Let's see if Croatia can return the favor. No. Decides to not talk back. Morovic now, she was out of the blocks hot in the opening minutes of the game. She has since cooled down, but looks like she is gearing up to reintroduce herself. 7 points for her now. Croatia not backing down. Turnover, Poland. Touch pass. A little too quick. And just like that, in about 20 seconds, Croatia's lead snatched right out of their hands. Poland back up top by 2. Courage. Stolen away. Another turnover for Poland. Again, the right idea. They like that quick transition, but gotta be careful with your turnovers. Got another timeout here with 1 minute and 25 seconds to go. Zelj patiently waiting for a team to set something up. Gets it back up the wing. Screen. Zelj doesn't need it. Goes for the shot. Misses everything. Another turnover from Poland. And that's going to be their third in the last about 2 minutes of play. If Croatia can just capitalize on it, not like that. You see the steal for Poland. 7 seconds on the shot clock here. Szymborska attacks downhill, gets it off the glass, and that's a 3-point lead now for Poland. With 49 seconds on the clock, Croatia pick up their 6th team foul. Let's take another look at that replay right there. Szymborska putting in the work. And now she got a chance here to make it a 2-point play and put Poland out of reach from Croatia in this opening game. 4-point lead. You can see the confidence with which Szymborska shoots from the free throw line. She's a very high efficiency scorer. Zelj with the runner takes Morawick down. She will take a beat to get back on her feet, but she looks okay. Now with 42 seconds on the clock, Zelj to shoot a free throw. The real question is, though, if they're able to come back, get a scoring run in less than a minute of play in this opening game. Free throw is good. Szymborska might have been called for the offensive foul. Yes. See her hooking. Officials caught it too. Croatia with another chance here. 2-possession game for Team Red. 30 seconds on the clock. She had the Wilson in her hand a tad too long, if you ask me. And now Militic can't get things going. Back irons it. And the clock now at 19 seconds. Militic, she is Croatia's closer. Expect her to take the big shots, but it's Zelj who fires. Loses to Wilson. Szymborska now, extra pass to Morawick. Morawick goes for the shot. That one's off. Szymborska misses. And it doesn't matter. Poland, they managed to maintain this lead. Croatia got close, but they couldn't recover. And it will be Poland who pick up the first win of the day. Final score 13-10 on some impressive play from Morawick, and a great way for Poland to start off their Bangkok campaign here. So that's the final score up on your screen as we get ready for the second game of the day, coming out of qualifying draw. Pool B, it will be in New Zealand, playing against a home team, Chonburi from Thailand. Scores now 6-2. New Zealand still on top. We got our first TV timeout as Chonburi, who have managed to connect on 2 field goals, still got some things to figure out. Laksami on the attack. attempt has been stuffed out by New Zealand. Six minutes and 31 seconds to go. Warwick Hart looking for her teammate. Guess who got there first? Anderson. New clock for New Zealand. And Chonburi doing a good job of getting the passing lane, getting the steals. Just have to be able to convert on the offensive end. This time they'll go for distance. The save, yes. Fresh 12 and a new chance for Thailand. Sripham this time all the way to the cup. That's that Thai style of basketball that we have come to know and love. Full effect here. Still a 3-point lead for New Zealand. So continuing to extend it further. Great reaction time. Anderson now for the layup. Sripham, step back two, looks good. Oh, still close. She got robbed that time. Then Anderson blowing the layup right underneath the rim. Thailand starting to build some confidence here with their 2-point shooting. New Zealand will punish them for that miss, and now it is a 5-point lead for the Tall Ferns. Laksami will head to the charity stripe, try and get them some points there as she takes her time at getting up. Looks like she'll be okay though. Let's take a look at that action. Took a tumble, but she'll be fine. This Chonburi squad young. 2 21-year-olds, everyone under the age of 25. So a bright future ahead of them as Herman also building in confidence here with her play. Baseline layup is good from Laksami. And Chonburi trailing by 5 now. Tall Ferns aggressively going for the 2 balls. We talked about it earlier. Gotta expect them to go for the long. Langston at the wing, trying to attack the center lane. That's great help defense for Chonburi, and then the foul from Langton will send Jensen to the free throw line. Four minutes, 19 seconds to go here. Anderson to Ohia for the 2. That one's off the mark. Pulling it back out, going for the shot. Tall Ferns, firm believers in their 2 balls. Right now, the mid-range game is what has really been working for them though. Sripham now pulls it back out, undershoots. So the right idea, she's been struggling with her right hand finger. I think she jammed it in the opening minutes, and she has been protecting it. Medical team had it checked out as well, but right now it is New Zealand with a 6-point lead as they're continuing to grow in confidence with their shooting. Singapore and Kenya team. Waiting alongside the fans here who will come out to see what the ladies are offering in the FIBA 3x3 women's circuit. Back to the action here. Again and again, Kate Herman has the license to shoot. It's about 4 points for the game. Looking to make it more. Langton, quick reaction, feed into Ohio for the finish. Another steal. And another attempt from distance. This time, Kate Herman finds the bottom of the net. She was a breakout star at the New Zealand Under-23 squad in 2024. And as the youngest member of the squad, you can see that her teammates believe in her shot and they encourage her to take it. Langton clear out, feed in, finish, Carly. Carly Ohia, the youngest player for New Zealand at just 21 years old. And right now with 4 points to her name. But it will be Kate Herman, the breakout star from 2024, who leads scoring for New Zealand with 6. 10-point lead against Chonburi here, 2 minutes and 31 seconds on the clock. Sripem, threading the needle, finds her teammate, and that attempt snuffed all the way out. Langton put the lights out, and then goes for the 2, raises the front of the iron. Chonburi back on the attack. The runner won't go. That ball movement from New Zealand, looking mighty fine. Langton, air balls, 1 minute and 56 seconds to go. Chonburi looking gassed. Again, this is the grassroots team in central Chonburi province, well established at the grassroots level. They have plenty of street ball tournaments, and you can see that flair here behind the back pass and the baseline finish from Jensen. So they know how to hoop on the playground. What we have not seen them do is perform this season at the women's circuit, but when the show is in town, it was a great opportunity for them to get some experience against international talent. Minute and 34 seconds to go here as Anderson is ready for a free throw. Back to a 10-point lead for the Tall Ferns. Chonburi got to be careful with the shot clock here. A wild attempt from deep from Jensen. And New Zealand's been doing a good job of forcing Chonburi to take tough shots. Herman trying to find her teammate with the low block. Langton to get things started. Quick shot attempt, gets it off on time. Chases the Wilson before it goes out of bounds. 3x3 a game, highly dependent on reaction. Oh, what a pass. Find in, 3 seconds to go. Anderson fumbles of the Butterfingers. Ball goes out of bounds. So Chonburi will get the ball with under a minute here. First game out of Pool B. Jensen, sloppy pass. Herman looking to punish, makes him pay. New Zealand now at 18. Herman with 8 of those points. She's got her shooting stroke going. And she'll be a player to keep a close eye on from this New Zealand squad. Anderson now wants a piece of the pie. She's off the mark there. 30 seconds here in this game. Jensen losing the ball once again. Work hard to get things started for Chonburi. She gets it back, thought about the shot, resets, misses everything. So the right idea, the wrong level of execution here for Chonburi. Langton, start things up here for the Tall Ferns. Bagging your first win of the day is a great way to start this Bangkok Stop. Earlier on, we saw Poland do it against Croatia, and New Zealand 7 seconds away from doing it here against Chonburi. Technical foul issued against Chonburi, who I'm sure are adjusting to the rules of 3x3. So one free throw here for Kate Herman, who has a chance to be the top scorer of the day so far in qualifying draw pool play. But a long day ahead of us, folks. The action continues until 7:55 local time. 14 teams rather are waiting for the two who will join our qualifying draw, and Anderson finishing the game with an exclamation mark. New Zealand 21, Chonburi 6, and the Tall Ferns bagged their first win this lovely morning here in Bangkok, Thailand. We got lots more action on the way, but New Zealand looking in good form and already setting themselves apart in Pool B. We'll see more from them later on. But up next, go back to Pool A as Brazil takes on Croatia. Croatia with one game already under their belts. They lost to Poland 10-13 in the first game of the day, and this is a must-win matchup against Brazil if they want a chance at advancing. Brazil, they've been looking good this season, been able to get out of qualifying draw play into the main pool in all their appearances, and the team that dominates the America Cup and regularly getting to podium finishes are really the favorites in this particular pool. Of course, led by none other than Gabi, number 13 in your screens there. Guimarães is Brazil's interior anchor. She got that quick first step on the spin move. Extremely athletic, very strong. So while Croatia have the height, Brazil have the strength. And let's see what team personality wins the day here. Guimarães going to work immediately. That time she's off. Brazil managing to hold her back from scoring. Step back. Looked good. Wasn't quite there. Guimarães blocked by Milicic. Talked about Brazil having the strength, Croatia having the height. And so far, Croatia winning that battle. Brazil now at the wing, patient, waiting for the right time, then goes for the shot. And the decision making from Croatia going to have to be a little bit better. See the lack of communication there. Brazil and Cvitkovic having a quick conversation. They will adjust. D'Souza gets her own rebound. Another chance for her. She's off. Like it might have been deflected by Gabi. No. Croatia missed all by themselves, so it will be Brazilian. Long shot attempt from Moura. Managed to find her stroke early in the game. 2 points for Brazil. See if Croatia can respond. No. Croatia are team comfortable turning games into shootouts. We've yet to see that aspect of their team personality here. Moura. Hezi trying to find Gabi on the weak side. It's a turnover. Croatia with a chance to get up on the board here. That won't go either. But an off the ball foul is going to be Brazil's first. Steal from Moura. She's had the energy to start off this game. She wants the Wilson back. This time, she'll go to work against Brazil, who makes another defensive stop. We've seen her do it against Guimarães and again against Moura, and that really just speaks to her ability to be versatile on the defensive end. She's got those active hands as well. Travel violation. And Croatia with a fresh 12 up top. Cvitkovic to start. Brazil called to another foul. And Brazil very aggressive on defense. Sometimes comes back to bite them. And they get themselves in foul trouble. Still got plenty more fouls to give here though. Milicic. Cvitkovic with the teardrop note. We saw Croatia have a slow start against Poland. They were able to cut down the lead and stay within reach, but in the end, they were unable to fully recover. So they got to be careful. They do their best to change the narrative here. Croatia with numbers. We got a whistle. Another whistle. Brazil pick up their third. We gotta adjust how the officials are calling this game. Also, a completely unnecessary foul. Then another one. Fourth team foul. With barely 2.5 gone in this qualifying draw Pool A game. Croatia. They're getting possession after possession here. Let's see if Brazil can get them up on the board from the free throw line. Basket is good. Gabby from distance. Oh, with confidence. Hits the 2 ball. Brazil now with a 3-point lead. Brazil trying to turn the corner as Brazil pick up yet another. They are already now at 5 team fouls. And if Croatia are a good free throw shooting team, this should make Brazil very comfortable. Right now, they gotta adjust. Cvetkovic to Milicic. Milicic. Seen a couple of air balls from Croatia now. Not been able to find their rhythm from beyond the arc. That certainly hasn't stopped them from trying. They very comfortable again, turning games into shootouts. Gabby now at the baseline. Spins on Cvetkovic. Cvetkovic snatches the ball right out of the air. She knew what was coming and went right to work on Gabby. Now finishes up the play with a nice little drop step. Croatia cut the lead to 2. Gabby, she wants it down low. Gets the special delivery, manages to draw the foul, so she's got a free throw coming up as we take our first TV timeout here. 6 minutes, 35 seconds on the clock. Brazil in the lead. Gabby not able to convert that free throw, so Croatia with an extra chance here to try and cut down the lead. Milicic gets the lob, closes out the possession with a nice finish. Mura. Brazil now with the numbers. Come up empty that possession. It's a 1-point game. Brazil has space, lines up the 2-ball, and Croatia have now taken the lead. We've seen this script before when they played against Poland. The question is if they're able to maintain the lead to the final buzzer, especially with Mura being the threat that she has been from the perimeter. Nice lob pass into Milicic. Milicic fighting to get positioning against D'Souza. Brazil. The travel violation. Again, always impressed with how patient the officials are and willingness to explain the various calls that they make. It's all love at 3x3. Militic trying to find her teammate. Gets it in, pulls it out, knocks it down. Croatia now up by 2. Brazil favorites on paper in this matchup. Militic called for a foul on the attempt to steal the Wilson. That's going to be Croatia's third. Brazil finally were able to adjust how the officials were calling the game. Picked up almost all of their 5 fouls in the opening minute of this game. It's a tough take from the Freitas. Couldn't convert, she head to the stripe to shoot. Basket is good. Brazil so close to evening out the score here against Croatia. Brazil's now wide open for the attempt. Mid-range is good. Guimaraes resets, blocked twice. If at first you don't succeed, try again. But Croatia makes sure she doesn't have that opportunity. Brazil now wants the Wilson back. Thought was gonna roll. And Gabby sends her to the floor as Brazil get their 6th team foul. Croatia now with a 2-point lead, led by the scoring efforts of none other than Gabriela Griselic. Not only is she scoring, she's distributing as well. And that's when point guards start getting very dangerous. Chedkovic muscles her way to the cup. Leaves the Freitas in her dust. There's a foul on the floor. Griselic with the push against the Freitas. Croatia now with 5 team fouls. Courage with a clear out. Almost loses it. Freitas. Extra pass to Mora. Mora. Since her opening basket against Croatia, she's not been able to find her shooting hand since. And we know when Brazil are able to activate her and get her going from distance, they have a fighting chance against even strongest teams in the circuit. Cvitkovic from downtown, that won't go. Mora now turning the corner, gets the screen. Got some pick and roll action here with Gabby. The pass not executed the way Brazil would have wanted, as we take our second TV timeout here. And Brazil still seemingly a little bit sluggish against this Croatian side that were able to shake off the cobwebs in their opening game against Poland. Again, they lost that game, so they are under pressure here to win. They've been able to maintain the lead, but Brazil not too far off. So far, it's been a low-scoring affair with both sides having to grind things out for every single possession. Brazil up top. Croatia trying to set something up. A lot of action happening on the weak side of the floor there. Now 3 seconds to go. Griselic with a step back. Chases down her own rebounds. Great recovery from Gabriela Griselic, who is continuing to lead the way by example for Croatia. Off-balance attempt isn't good for the Freitas. Griselic will slow the tempo down a tad. Chedkovic in. That's how you use the height advantage. Militic was ready for the lob there. Gabby forced to foul. As Croatia have now created a nice cushion here for them, an opportunity to make it 5 points. attempt off Brazil in the bonus. So it's 2 free throws here for Lea Miletic. Miletic missing both free throws. Able to make sure she gets a field goal though. So Croatia now up by 5. Brazil have been struggling with their scoring. But a factor to consider, one I've not thought about before, is the time difference. Any Brazilian fans out there, what time is it in Brazil right now? Jet lag might be affecting the Brazilian squad, who are looking a bit sluggish in their opening game here. That's something to think about when it comes to 3x3. There are a lot of external factors to consider as Brazil continuing to lead by example. 7 points for her. She's given Croatia a 6-point lead here. Souza with a clear out. One more to find Moura in the corner. Splash ball is good. Brazil is still sticking around with just about 2 minutes to go here. Another steal for the South American squad. Here comes the Souza again. No. That one's off target. And Croatia unable to rejoice just yet. The steal from the Souza. Here we go. Brazil starting to crank things up a notch. Miletic trying to get the first step on De Freitas. A foul from Moura. 2 free throws coming up for Brazil. Minute 29 on the clock. Very important for Croatia to create some distance here from Brazil. Trying to relieve some pressure in the final minute of the game. Selj misses the free throw, gets the rebound though. One more pass. Wide open look, won't go. Miletic gives Croatia another chance. Offensive foul on Brazil. Might have sold it a little bit, but it's a means to an end. And they were able to get a great heads-up play to get the possession back. 5-point lead still here for Croatia, and Brazil just about out of time. Gabby at the elbow, spacing from Brazil, leaving a bit much to be desired there, and not the cleanest of possessions for them. Cvetkovic. Brazil now going to work on Moura. Gets it back. Shot clock down to 2. This is good basketball from Croatia. Utilizing all ends of the floor. And finishing up that possession with the bucket. Now they've created enough distance. They can start to breathe a little bit easier in this game. 37 seconds. Ball deflected out of bounds by Croatia. So Brazil should get the possession back here. But with a 6-point lead, it's going to be a tough ask. Oh no! Last touch Brazil, so Croatia with another possession. Whistle on the floor. Another look at that action right there. Cvikovic, yeah, she extended the elbow, but it was the foul called on Grizelj, who has been gotten tangled up with more time than once. Croatia now in control with the advantage and with time in their favor. Corner 2 was all the way in the corner. Leah Militic, she's the player that Croatia won with the Wilson in her hands. Again, standing at about 6'3". The fact that she's that height and able to be one of Croatia's primary ball handlers speaks to her talent as a 3x3 player. Right now, despite losing their first game, Croatia are still in the running, as they will most certainly take down Brazil in their second game of the day. So they will finish up their qualifying draw campaign with a 1-win, 1-loss record. Final attempt from Mura won't go, and Croatia pick up the victory here against Brazil. Scores: Croatia 14, Brazil 8. Croatia still with a chance here. We'll find out if they will move on to the next stage later on, when Brazil will play against Poland. So the results of that game will be very telling as to who will move on as Pool A, living up to the hype. We knew it would be competitive. Now we will move on to the next game coming out of qualifying draw Pool B, Singapore. We saw them warming up on the sideline there. They will be taking on Chonburi. Enjoy these highlights, and we'll be right back to it. Welcome to the women's circuit, Chonburi. They were lost to their New Zealand in the opening game. They held them to just 6 points. But I think it's always exciting when you see a new name in the women's circuit. And also Thailand, we are very familiar with their national team. It's good to see some new names and some new representation from the beautiful country of Thailand. If you're just joining us, we're here in Bangkok for the 22nd stop of the FIBA 3x3 Women's Series, about halfway through qualifying draw pool play here with our fourth game of the day as Singapore takes on Chonburi. Singapore coming in as a number 13 seed. The last time we saw them was at the Singapore stop where they were hosting. They finished 10th in that campaign there. Their first game of the day here. They are familiar with the Thailand environment. Singapore, a very active team in the 3x3 circuit, not just for the FIBA 3x3 Women's Series, but also in domestic competitions. And I think the Singapore team should not be treated as a development side punching above its weight anymore. They have been steadily building a proper 3x3 program, and 2026 has been a breakthrough year. Not to mention regular members in the FIBA 3x3 Asia Cup. Right now it will be Chonburi who get up on the board first though. Let's see if Shin Yu Han can get Singapore to join them. Yes, she does. Then foul from Lydia Anziyi. And a free throw coming up for Jensen. Get the sense that Jensen is the go-to player for Chonburi. See a lot of offense goes through her. Han, high off the glass finish. Then the block on the other end of the floor. Chonburi trying to keep things together. It's 1 second on the clock. Can they get it off on time? Right at the buzzer. Jermaine, top of the key, takes on 3 defenders and finishes with the up and under move. Jermaine Ying, the face of Singapore 3x3 basketball. See exactly why. Extremely athletic. Got those nice finishes. A real 3x3 package of a player. Jermaine. Double foul there. Singapore to 3, Chonburi to 2. See the battle in that block. Neither of these teams particularly tall. So you'll see a lot of ball movement here and aggression on defense. Travel call. Jensen was so focused on freeing herself up from her defender. She traveled there. So a fresh 12 for Singapore. Han, handoff to Lydia. Lydia sets herself up nicely. Hydrates from 2. It might be raining outside and inside for Singapore. Talked about the weather. It's been a rainy couple of days here in Bangkok. That's why we're going to take the action inside as Jermaine trying to show off the different ways that she can get buckets. 3-second violation. Ball is going to go in Singapore's favor. Right now it's a 5-point lead for Singapore. Jermaine kicks it out. Lydia. High arcing shot. Comes up just a little bit short. Another whistle on the floor. Pen, the find. Looked good, wasn't able to finish. A second chance here for Chonburi, and Laksami able to convert. Talked about it earlier, Chonburi, very active local 3x3 scene. Chonburi is actually a province in Thailand, so a lot of grassroots and development of talent in that area. As Jin Yu Han, she's not a grassroots player. She ain't new to this, she's true to this. A long-term fixture in Singapore's 3x3 program. Jermaine at the top of the key. Jermaine, which attempt on the shot, rims out. She's one of those players, anytime you got your hand down, she will make you pay. Han now from distance, that will go, tracks down her own rebound. Gets Singapore another chance. Jermaine making the right decisions at the right time. Here is a 5-point lead for Singapore, and some free throws coming up for Singapore's star player. Jermaine with one free throw attempt here, gets it to go. Just like that, Singapore now up by 6. The block from Jin Yu Han, tallest player on the floor right now. And while Singapore don't focus on traditional bigs, Han is their tallest player, as Jermaine earns herself another trip to the free throw line. Chonburi now at 6 team fouls. No more to give. One attempt for Jermaine here, who's been able to pile up the points from the charity strike. It's about 3 points for Singapore right now. That's a tough take, Laksami. Not just that, she gets a trip to the free throw line as well. She will shoot one, try to make it a 2-point play. Han to clear out. Extra pass to Lydia. Right idea, wrong execution from Singapore, and then Chonburi bailed them out with the turnover. 5-point lead still here for Singapore. 6 minutes, 16 seconds on the clock. Some stoppage time here, as we get the shot clock to the right time. So it is 1 second for Singapore to score, less than a second, 0.9. You gotta cut out that 0.1 of a second as well. Of course, not enough time to get yourself a good look. Will be Thailand ball. They were held to 6 by New Zealand. They have now matched that right here with plenty of time on the clock. So Chonburi already improving with every possession. Here we go. The reverse lay-in is good. And now Chonburi, they're getting some rhythm going here. Another steal. Another opportunity. No, Singapore. Bit in a rush there. Ball goes out of bounds. A turnover. And let's see if Chonburi can get up on the board once again here. That's a great take. Turning the corner. Nobody in the crib. Jensen now got Chonburi to 8 points. Again, with every possession, they are increasing in confidence. Got to make the defensive stops as well, though, as Shin Yu-han now starting to separate herself from the rest, gets Singapore to 12 points as we start to approach the halfway mark of the game. Waracom thought about the shot, adjusts, and Chonburi, they're getting some good looks here and showing off their versatility as well. We've seen them able to drive, but they've also had good moments where they've recognized it was time for them to attempt from deep. 4-point lead here for Singapore. Some substitutions from Chonburi. And Priscilla Jensen will start things up for the team in black. Sripem with 4 on the clock. Goes for the left-handed teardrop. Can't get that one to drop. You can see her hand is taped up now. She had, I don't know if it was a sausage finger or something, but she was nursing a hand injury in the game against Poland. The team has since gotten her patched up. It seems to have made a difference here. Lydia, patient, calculative. Jermaine might not look the best, but she gonna get it done. 13 points for Singapore. Spin move off the glass. What a move from Sripem. Chonburi starting to go to work here. Turned the ball over just when their offensive flow was starting to really move. We got our second TV timeout. Scores 13-9. 3 minutes 57 on the clock. We out here in Bangkok, Thailand for the 22nd stop of the FIBA 3x3 Women's Series. And we can expect a better turnout as the day goes along, but already fans coming out to support. Brazil there in the stands, and they lost their first game against Croatia 8-14. They will be playing Poland after this matchup. Lydia breaks it. Jensen turns the corner. She's got 2 white jerseys on her. Chonburi come up empty that possession, and a travel called on Laksami. She's able to get some good plays going, then slight lapses in judgment. And she turns the ball over. That will improve with more experience. Jermaine drive, kicks it out to Han. Looks like it's deflected out of bounds by Waracom. So Jermaine will check ball up top. Gotta be aware here, 2.9 seconds on the clock. And Jermaine is the right person when the ball game is on the line. Singapore now at 14. Jermaine gets it back. Undershoots the 2 ball. Han gives him another chance here. Han doing a good job with the rebounds, and I don't know. I think the ball must have slipped out of her hands. That was a wild pass from Jermaine. Either way, it's a turnover. Singapore. Chonburi with another possession here. Prem feeds in. Han with another block, and Sri Prem manages to make sure they don't finish that play empty-handed. She's got 3 points for the game now. And again, once she got her hand situation sorted out, she's been able to play this game with confidence. 4-point lead for Singapore. Chonburi, 4 points more than the scoreline that they finished with in their opening game against New Zealand. Sri Prem drives, dishes. Another chance here for them to score. Extra pass, this time the ball from distance, drilled. Chonburi now 2 points away from Singapore. They needed a bit of time to adjust. That has what they've been able to do. And right now they're hooping. They're showing us their true colors and what can deliver here in the women's circuit. Tough take, bounce, friendly bounce, and Laksami have put Chonburi 1 point away. Another chance here for the tie. Wow, what a sequence for Chonburi. They've gotten a scoring run here. Singapore have been unable to respond. You can see Han coming for the timeout they needed. 1 minute 49 seconds on the clock, and Chonburi have been hooping. Chonburi have now realized that they absolutely deserve a slot here in qualifying draw play. And once that mentality clocked in, they have been hooping with more confidence. That time a steal from Lydia. Despite being down significantly, they have been able to put themselves right at par with Singapore. Singapore with the possession. Looks like it might have been a foul there on Chonburi. They're at 16 fouls now. Jermaine on the attack. Lefty lay will go. Singapore have been stuck at 14 points for the last possessions. Check out the footwork. Great play and attempt from Laksami. But it will be Warakar who converts the possession into a bucket. It's a 1 point lead now for Chonburi. And Singapore, while they start off the game with confidence and flow, they have been stagnant the last 2 minutes of play, and Chonburi, they kept plugging away. They've now taken the lead. Keep in mind, this is a team that had 6 points in their opening game. But once they realized that they have a chance here, they've been able to really play hard against Singapore. The miss for the main undercut. Another chance here for Thailand's Chonburi. The step back too. Shot looked good. Looking at Chonburi's players' movements. These are ladies who know how to play ball. Let's see if they can hang on to win it with under a minute to go. Lydia silencing the crowd. Shut your mouth. Singapore back on top. 47 seconds here. Steal from Singapore. It's a huge defensive stop for them, giving them another chance to extend the lead. Jermaine now on the attack. Tough take. Rolls it in. And Singapore back on top by 2. Singapore, they realized they needed to lock in, and that is exactly what they've been doing in the last couple of possessions. Chonburi almost out of time here. 15 seconds on the clock. Lydia at the logo. She's going to shave as much time as possible. Now goes for the take. Ball deflected out of bounds by Laksani. It's 5 seconds as Chonburi used their final timeout to strategize for the final stretch of this game. 3x3, let me tell you what, it is unforgiving. Just when you think you've got it in the bag, a quick couple of possessions can change the trajectory of everything. Final attempt. No, still 3 seconds on the clock. Trying to beat the shot clock there for Lydia. Jensen will lead the way for what will likely be Chonburi's final possession. We're all set up. We got the check ball and then a fumble, and that will do it. Chonburi. End of the road for the team from Thailand, but they do it with smiles on their faces. And listen, this is a squad that have a lot to be proud of. First time in the women's circuit. First game was a blowout against New Zealand, but they took Singapore, a team with a lot more experience, down to the wire. And I would love to see them back in the women's circuit. And I would love to see some of these players eventually work their way up to the senior national team. Final score up on your screen: Singapore 17, Chonburi 15. And we got more on the way. We got our final qualifying draw Pool A matchup. Poland will play against Brazil, as we have still not been able to see a team book their slot in the main draw. You know what, with these final 2 games coming up, we're going to find out in just a moment. So take a look at these highlights, and then it's on to the next one. tough opening game for Brazil, who lost 8-15 against Croatia. Let's see if we can get things going here. I asked you guys in the comments, let me know what the time is in Brazil, because these ladies were sluggish, but I think they've gotten the blood flowing now. Let's see how they handle Poland, who were looking very good against Croatia. They won that game 13-10 on the back of a great performance from number 3 jersey right there, Aldona Morovic. Let's see if she can make it a 2-peat here against Brazil. Morovic, the heat check. And that's going to be how Poland set the tone. De Souza now trying to feed. Got a whistle on the floor. Gabi Guimarães yet to have been activated for Brazil, but once she gets going, South Americans off to the races. De Souza. Two-point lead now for Brazil. And already I'm liking the energy that Brazil are playing with. Step back to Chonburi. That's a tough take. And she is off. But trust me, that's a shot that she is very able to make. Gabi here, patient, hand off to Mora. Mora, a recent addition to the Brazilian squad, bringing in some NCAA experience. They unable to convert that play. Victoria Moore, she was guard at Penn State, and good experience at the junior level. Come 2025 is where she stepped things up and joined the senior squad. She has since been a fixture in the team as Brazil pick up their first foul. We saw Brazil get into foul trouble early in the opening game against Croatia. And while they are known for their aggressive style of defense, that can get them into foul trouble at times. Here comes Pawlowska. Second team foul for Brazil. Shulovic now get things started. Feed in, stolen by Mora. Mora thought about the pass, goes for the shot. Gabi not able to secure the board. It's going to be an interesting battle between her and Morovic in the paint. But right now it's Poland to pick up their second team foul. De Freitas showing off footwork. Spin, finish. Brazil up by 3 now. And Chonburi, just when Brazil were starting to get comfortable. The dagger. Gabi on the attack. Going to work on Morovic. Morovic kept it clean. Gabi came up empty. Chonburi at the elbow. It's good defense from De Freitas, making sure to get Morovic out of commission, but Poland still able to convert. Now they've taken the lead. The back of the 2 ball from Pawlowska. Gabi. The up and under move is good. Chonburi to clear. Poland, one of those teams who have nice, typical European style of structured offense basketball, but they are also able to increase the tempo and play faster than the average European side. Chonburi with the finish, no. Fouled on the attempt by Victoria Moore. That's 4 team fouls for Brazil as Chonburi gets set up to shoot here. D'Souza now fires. That's off. Szymborska turns the corner. Miura tried to stick with her. Szymborska kept her at her back. Now Poland with a 2-point lead. Morawik with the rejection. Poland now with numbers. Szymborska wasn't able to make that read in time, and Morawik showing off the flexibility, almost doing the splits. Pulling up on 3 minutes of game time gone here. Feed in, Gabby taking on Szymborska. Brazil managed to cut the lead by 1. Pawlowska now, the handles. Wanted the call. Came in late, but it was the right call. As we have our first TV timeout here. Welcome to qualifying draw pool play. If you're just joining us, we are starting to wrap up pool play here with the final 2 games before we turn our attention to the main draw. And that action kicks off at 3 p.m. local time. That is UTC +7. Chonburi, fortunately, we're not able to get over to the next stage. They'll have to enjoy the rest of the stop from the sidelines, but lots to be proud of for them despite both of their games. Their second exponentially greater and much more improved than their first. Pawlowska going to work, spins, and a foul on the attempt as Polish players collide. Looks like everyone is going to be okay. Morawik and Pawlowska. One free throw coming up for Pawlowska. She will miss. Gets the Wilson back. Another chance here. Trying to hit Morawik on the pick and roll. Got a reset up top. Fresh 12 for Poland. Szymborska, will she pass out? No. She'll go for the shot. Rims out, gets the steal back. She is always in a flow state. And then Shulovic managing to draw the foul. As Poland head back to the free throw line this time, they will shoot 2. Brazil are in the bonus. Stoppage here. Looks like the Freitas might be having a nosebleed. We'll get more on that in a moment. See if she'll check back into this game. But now Brazil having to play with just 3. No more subs. And still plenty of time on the clock. Shulovic hits the first. Second free throw attempt is good as well. It's a 3-point lead for Polska. Souza looking for the handoff. She will attack. Szymborska trying to get to the ball from out of bounds. It will be possession Brazil. Delay of game warning to Brazil, who are still a bit shaken up. The fact that they lost to Freitas. The show must go on for the team in blue. Good hustle from Moura. Keep things alive for the Brazilians. A 2-point lead now for Poland. 5 minutes, 47 seconds to go. Knocking down minis. Call of the mid-range master. Pawlowska gets Poland a 3-point lead. Moura now, we know she's dangerous when she gets herself set up like that. Off the mark there as Moura goes down to the ground. We've seen her slip and slide quite a bit here. I don't know if it's the court or her shoes. She's got to evaluate that as Moura then picks up the offensive foul. Poland's fourth. And also 4-point lead for Poland. Like there are more casualties on the floor. Great to see De Freitas back in action for Brazil. I'm sure no one's happier than her teammates though. Playing 3x3 game with no substitutions requires a special degree of endurance. I'll tell you that. Chonburi all the way. No! Basket didn't want it. Freitas now crossing up, attacking the crib. Moura almost losing her footing again. And Poland staying locked in, kick out for the 2, hand down, woman down. Anna Pawlowska. That's another field goal for her team. Brazil not able to respond. Clear out from Pawlowska. She goes back on in, takes on Moura. This time Moura adjusts her defensive play, manages to snuff out that attempt. Gabby been held to just 2 points in this matchup against Poland. As Chonburi, now she's just starting to show off. Poland looking a lot more comfortable here. Gabby missing at the cup, goes back up with it, and will head to the free throw line to shoot. But a win here for Poland would mean that they move on to the next stage as we take our second, no, not our second TV timeout. 4 minutes and 2 seconds. Don't know why Brazil used their timeout there when they were just about to get a breather anyway. Treatment there for Yashulovic as Gabby gets ready for her free throw. Basket is good. Poland right back into the office. 15 points against Brazil's 8. Coming out of that timeout, that is a way to put Brazil on notice. And now Souza from distance, that won't go. Pass into Moura. Wow! The timing on that pass, it is dime time for Poland. Right over the shoulder of Gabriela. I don't even think she knew that pass was coming in. Tell you they did though, Moura. Now it's an 8-point lead for Poland. Spacing, not where it needs to be for Brazil. And they were not able to convert that possession. So scoreline stays the same. as the clock continues to trickle down. We take our second TV timeout here, so you see not much time between this timeout and the previous one Brazil called. And that lack of game awareness is kind of speaking volumes here in their matchup against Poland. Pavlovska from downtown misses everything. Gotta put it up, a wild attempt. Try and get it off before the buzzer. D'Souza, the vet of the group. And the energy source as well. And she has been cool as a cucumber today. Her team also following her. Good block from Shulovic and the clear out. Szymborska wants the Wilson. She gets it. Signed, sealed, and delivered. Friendly bounce and the basket. Close up midi. Szymborska, we know once she gets going, she can drop down huge amount of baskets. You can see her talking to her team, letting everyone know to just cool down just a little bit. Poland already with 16 fouls. No more to give. D'Souza here will shoot one. D'Souza gets that one to drop. Brazil now up to 9. Poland already at 17 with 2:28. Szymborska going to work off the one leg. That's her home. That time, just slightly off target. Gabriela, nice easy finish for her. Hasn't been hunting for the paint points like we know her to. Again, the energy from Brazil just a little bit off the mark as Morowick on the mark. With that attempt, it's a one possession game here for Poland to call it. And send Brazil back to South America with no wins here. Szymborska now puts Poland at 20. It's a 10-point lead. Brazil out of time, but still pushing. That's what you gotta do. You gotta keep on pushing. Poland now with a huge advantage here, and Brazil, they recognize that this one is done and dusted. Morowick for the dub, and it will be Poland that will move on from qualifying draw into the main draw. Coming out of Pool A, they will go to Pool C and join China and Mitsubishi Electric from Japan. They are looking composed. They were hungry from the opening game when they played against Croatia and took them down 13-10, and a well-deserved victory and well-deserved award to move on to the next stage. We got one more game on the slot. Up next, New Zealand plays Singapore to determine who out of qualifying draw B will move on. With just 3 on their roster, Singapore, number 13 seed, have been able to get the win against Chonburi 17-15. And now they will face their toughest assignment yet with New Zealand. And they've had more experience on the women's circuit than New Zealand, but New Zealand are on some winning momentum, having taken bronze at the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow and shooting the 2-ball very well in their opening game against the Thai side. And if we can get that going here, they might make quick work out of Singapore, but they can't teach experience, and that's where Singapore have the edge. These two teams have not played against each other. Taking a look at their head-to-head matchups. But let's see. Time will tell. We'll find out in the 10-minute sprint. It will be New Zealand who get up on the board first. Han. Locked up by Anderson. The Tall Ferns have been able to get to the knockout stage at the Shantou Stop, so they do have the ability to have deep runs, and the fact that they were able to do that here in, or rather in China, means that they are able to do it again. First, they got to take care of this Singapore side that won't be backing down. Singapore are a team, they don't panic when they're behind. They are resilient, and they're a squad that has taken down some much stronger teams, beat Brazil in the World Cup qualifiers earlier this year. So the never say die attitude of Singapore will surely come into play here, but playing with 3 on the roster, a huge disadvantage. Let's see if they can get it done. A minute gone here. Herman hits it into Ohia. Got a whistle on the floor. Travel on Carly. Just 21 years old. She's getting some valuable experience here in the circuit as she checks out into the game, and the more experienced Langton will come in. Jermaine trying to salvage the situation, throws it right into the hands of Anderson. Langton, one more to Herman. Herman, she had a shooting streak in the opening game. This time, she'll share the ball, find Anderson, who misses at the cup. Jermaine does not. Tied game. Singapore right there with New Zealand. Anderson now going to work on Lydia off the one leg, rattles it home. And Jermaine, she knows how to take over for her team. And a lot of times that's just what you need, a shot creator, someone who doesn't need help to get things done. Jermaine is your girl. You give her the ISO, she'll embrace the pressure. Gets the free throw. Singapore even things out. Langton. Nope. Jermaine trying to find Han. Han, the quick release. See, she got the slight height advantage over Langton. And a whistle on the floor. Check ball for Singapore up top. Already 2 minutes gone here in the final game out of qualifying draw. Winner of this matchup will join the 15 teams who have already booked their ticket to fight for a championship berth. Langton feed in. Singapore to pick up their first team foul. Herman decides to take it in, showing that if you close out too much on her from the perimeter, she can attack. And Han should have let that ball go out of bounds. New Zealand with a fresh 12 here. They set themselves up for the 2 Ohio downtown. Give and go action here for Singapore. Han too strong off the glass. New Zealand have now crept away. They lead by 3. Ohio going to work. 2 seconds on the clock. Can't get the scoop. Clear out Singapore and a turnover. They are going to have to manage their energy, manage their turnover situation with 3 on the roster. We'll have a seat. That speaks volumes. As New Zealand up on their feet, Singapore, they need that rest. Still got 6 minutes, 45 seconds to go with no substitution. Jermaine, deep 2 won't go. New Zealand gonna let it roll out of bounds and get the check ball at the top of the key. Langton at the wing. Ohio fakes the handoff. A lot of ball movement there, and then Langton drains the 2 to give New Zealand a 5-point lead. Tall Ferns shooting the 2 ball with a lot of confidence today. We know their handle is the 2-point nation, and they have been living up to their name so far today. Anderson trying to shake off Han. Han not going for the bluff. Kick out for Ohio. She's going to get her feet set, but undershoots. Jermaine now on the attack. Anderson recovers. Nothing but punkin. The swat out of bounds. Singapore will get it back. They have been struggling to score in this matchup against New Zealand. Tall Ferns have held them to just 2 points. Carazedo having a quick word with Herman, explaining the non-complex rules of 3x3 basketball and why she got that whistle. Han called for the travel, and she's had that a couple of times today. Footwork just a little bit off as she tries to get positioning on her defender. Herman shakes off Lydia, pulls it back out. She knows where her bread is buttered. And any opponent that does not take her seriously from the 2-point line, no call there. It looked like it was a push. Refs are gonna say play on. Langton now going to work. Good move, just couldn't finish it. Jermaine gets her feet set, misses everything. That's a great find from Han to Lydia. The chemistry that shows these 2 players have been together for a very long time. And then Herman, the stop and pop, rattles it in. It's a 6-point lead for New Zealand, and Kate Herman is leading the way for the Tall Ferns with 3 points. Langton now at the wing. No, she got a second chance here. That one won't go either. See a bit of frustration for Singapore here. Some adjustments. 4:26 seconds. Final game and qualifying draw play. Langton putting the clamps on Germain. She's going to stick with it to the very end. And they say offense wins games, defense wins championships. There's no championship game here, but New Zealand are in control of the hoop game. Singapore, still time to turn things around. Han at the elbow, offloads to Lydia. Lydia, she got that sticky defense, Anderson all over her, and she's going to pick up another team foul for Singapore as we take our second TV timeout. New Zealand up 9-4. It's 3:59 on the game clock. Back to the action here. New Zealand with the 5-point edge and in control of the ball game. That's a good take, but no finish from Anderson. Look for another option. Langton finishes up the play. Germain now, she has had to work hard for every single bucket. Now she has a chance to make it a 2-point play. So again, Singapore still within reach. If Germain makes his free throw, it's a 2-possession game. What we know about this squad from Singapore, they'll keep defending, they'll keep competing for loose balls, and keep trusting the next possession. 4 points down, ain't nothing but a thing, but Ohio makes it 5. And then a turnover from Singapore. They're tired, and they're now starting to make some mistakes. Langton at the wing, 3 seconds now. New Zealand not utilizing that 12-second clock as efficiently as they could have there. Lydia now got that quick first step, kept too high at her back. Under 3 minutes to go, still a 4-point game here as Singapore pick up their 4th team foul. Again, very impressed that Singapore, playing with 3, have been able to stay in the ball game. Ohio handoff to Herman. Herman, it's good defensive switching or rotation for Singapore. Almost turning the ball over twice. They've now left it to Germain to get something going. She does. The finger roll finish is good. It's a 3-point lead now for New Zealand. We said at Singapore they will fight for every single possession regardless of the scoreline, but they just don't have the gas to be moving all over the floor on offense and then effective on defense as well. It's time, 2 minutes and 18 seconds as we have a timeout on the floor. Singapore, they need the breather badly. Back to the action here. Jermaine takes on Langton, and they have not been able to stop Jermaine with that left-hand drive. She's gotten most of her buckets from right there and leading her team and scoring with 6 now. So Singapore is still within reach, but do they have the stretch to go the distance in this game and even out the score, and dare I say take the lead from New Zealand? Not when Herman has been shooting the way she does. That time she's way off. Didn't have the legs. Get the ball to the cup. She'll have a seat. Delay of game warning issued to New Zealand on the check ball. Gotta check that ball nicely. No officials surely having an important conversation with the table there. It's now back to the action. Minute 56 seconds to go. Lydia to Han. Han in rhythm. Gets Singapore 1 point away from New Zealand. Said it before, we'll say it again. Singapore will continue to compete possession after possession until the final whistle. They will do their best to do the right things. And right now they have been rewarded for their efforts. New Zealand under pressure for the first time since the opening buzzer. Haya gets the layup. Back to a 2-point game here, but Jermaine, she has been so good on the left-hand side of the floor there. They have not been able to stop hemorrhaging. And now, ball deflected out of bounds by Herman. Singapore will get it up top. No new clock, 3.2 seconds. Singapore don't make the best decisions when they're under pressure like this with that much time on the clock. Let's see if Jermaine can get something going. Han blocked. Langton will slow things down a smidge. Anderson will have a go. And New Zealand have cooled off from 2-point land. Singapore, though, is still considered a very legitimate threat as Han has a go. She's off target. 50 seconds to go in the game. Herman taking on Lydia, gets it off on time. Jermaine trying to respond, gets her own rebound. Got another chance to score here. Lydia knows they need a big 2 ball, so did Anderson, and was able to block that attempt. 20 seconds now. Langton with the Wilson. Ball out of bounds. New Zealand, good job of attacking the rim and forcing opponents into tough decisions. But listen, if Singapore had a full roster, we might be seeing a very different scoreline here. Led by Jermaine, who has now bagged 7 points. This is a team that is composed. They're making the extra pass, and they are finding the holes in New Zealand's defense. 17.5 seconds here. Han from distance, that won't go. Lydia misses the putback, and Singapore with several chances to even out the score. One more before the buzzer, and they just couldn't get it going. Singapore were so close, so far, and it will be New Zealand who pick up their 2nd win in pool play, and they will be the squad coming out of qualifying draw B to join the main draw and Pool D, where they will play against Germany and Thailand and try and get a repeat of their number 5 stop at Sian Tao. Can they do it here? Well, now it's going to be an even playing field with 16 teams in the field. And we now know how our main draw is going to be set up. Final score, not up on your screens, but I'll tell you. New Zealand 14, Singapore 12 points. Good performance from New Zealand, being able to shake off Singapore, keep them at bay, and they will join Poland as the team out of 6 who will move on to the next stage. Folks, we're going to have a break here, and then we will be back for the action at 3 p.m. local time. That is UTC +7, as the team who just finished up, New Zealand, will take on Germany. That will be the first Pool D matchup. You don't want to miss it, so put an alert on your phone, put the reminders that you need to, and then we'll be back here for more action. We'll see you then.